What's up everybody, Mr. Play Dr. Game here, back with another video for y'all today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Valve has officially announced the price of the Steam machine, and so far these prices are not looking good. Ever since Valve had released the prices of the Steam machine, the internet have been up in arms about how much these things cost and how much power you actually get from the Steam machine. So what is the price of the Steam machine, you may be asking? Well, if you had not been, so let me look at this website real quick. Okay, the base model of a Steam machine has 512 gigabyte, and keep in mind, these things do not come with a controller. You gotta pay extra $79 for a controller, and you only get 512 gigabyte for the base model. So the base model costs 1,049 USD. So the base model of the Steam machine costs 1,049 USD. Yeah, that's pretty steep for what essentially is a console. It's supposed to be a console. That is pretty steep. $1,049 is nothing to scoff at when it comes to stuff like this. That's pretty up there when it comes to like a piece of gaming hardware. And you only get 520 gigabytes. And you know, most games now require more gigabyte. I say that about like 3-4 games. They're like 3 AAA games. 512 gigabyte is nothing. That is almost nothing, dude. Installing like 3 games. That almost fill that Steam machine up. Shoot, if you download like one Call of Duty game. If you download a Call of Duty game, that's it. Because everybody knows that Call of Duty game, when it comes to space, take up half your space. That is like one Call of Duty game. And that is the base of the Steam machine at 512 gigabytes. So that is literally nothing when it comes to gigabyte, when it comes to memory and storage. And the fact is you don't even get a controller. To order to get a controller, you gotta spend another $79 just to get the controller for the Steam machine. Now, granted, you can pair the Steam machine up with other controllers if you wish, but to order to get a controller for the thing, you gotta spend an extra $79. But it's not where it start there, folks. Here's the premium version of the Steam machine. You know how much the premium version of the Steam machine costs? Well, with the premium, you get 2 terabytes of memory, which is pretty good. 2 terabytes of memory is pretty good, especially now since games are bigger, they require more space. 2 terabytes is not that bad. But here's the kicker. You know how much this costs, guys? It costs $1,349. Yes, it cost $1,349. And keep in mind, you gotta buy the controller, so they're gonna be an extra $79 you gotta pay for the controller. Yeah, by the way, the Steam machine like I said, the Steam machine do not come with controllers. You guys spend an extra $79 for both bundles.
See, now that's some bullshit.
So why is the Steam machine so high, I may ask? Well, for one thing, the Steam machine is not subsidized by Valve. Valve is not subsidizing the Steam machine. So you know, every time when a console comes out, Microsoft and Sony actually sell console on a loss. With the Steam machine, Valve refuses to sell the console on a loss, which I think is kind of a dumb move, because if I think they sold this thing at a loss, they would lose money, but it will get more players in the Steam ecosystem. I do not know why they do that. Why they won't do that. I don't know why they won't do that. I think it's just dumb they won't subsidize the Steam machine. But the reason the Steam machines are so high is because Valve is not subsidizing the Steam machines. Then they refuse to subsidize the Steam machines. And it is very bad because, you know what? If you are a serious gamer, or you like to play, or you're gonna be playing games a lot, or you a person that want to get introduced into PC gaming, the Steam machine is not the way to go. You might as well just buy a regular PC. I got me a pre-built PC pulled up. I own Newegg right now, and I got me a pre-built pulled up. And you can literally get a pre-built, right? A pre-built computer with a RTX 4070 with an i9 processor for $1,757. You might say, yeah, but that is higher than the Steam machine. And you are correct, that is higher than the Steam machine. But guess what? You'll be getting more bang for your buck because you will have a higher. You will have something that will perform better, will make game look nicer, because the Steam machine specs are not all that. Because the Steam machine spec is similar to a PS5 and matches similar mid-range gaming computers. So you're not even getting more power. You only get more power to get a pre-built. Getting a pre-built would be more beneficial. Getting a pre-built PC, you will come out more cheaper than getting a Steam machine, because not only that you probably gonna get something very powerful and will last you a long time. The big upside about a regular pre-built gaming PC is that you can upgrade it later on down the line. So let's say you got a part in your computer that is out of date, right? Or you want to upgrade your computer, you can do that. You can't do that with the Steam machine. What you see, like how the Steam machine comes in, that's it. After you buy the Steam machine, you can't upgrade it. You can't do nothing. It's stuck the way it is. But they want to sell you this for $1,000. They want to sell you this for $1,000, which I think that is unbelievable for a console like device. And like I said in one of my old videos, because I had another video on the Steam machine, the primary target of the Steam machine is not PC gamers, because PC gamers already got a good rig. Like, why would a PC gamer go out their way to spend $1,000 on a Steam machine? No PC gamer would do that. Like, why would a PC gamer do that? So no PC gamer is gonna spend $1,000 on a Steam machine because they already got a powerful rig. And the console people ain't gonna spend $1,000 because the reason they buy console is because consoles are cheap and affordable. Well, consoles were cheap and affordable. Now consoles seem like they're not going to be affordable in the near future because they keep on raising the prices of these things. But the fact is, Steam ain't capturing the market. They ain't capturing. They don't know what market they want to be in. They are trying to sell PC. They trying to sell PC like prices to console players, and most console players don't want to pay $1,000 for a console, and PC players already got a rig they already satisfied with. My computer will last me a good little while because I got me an i9 4070. That computer will last me another good 4 to 5 years. And get what? If my graphic card become outdated, get what I can do? I can just I can order another graphic card. I can upgrade my graphic card to something more powerful. It really that simple. Like, my graphic card become outdated, I can just upgrade my graphic card. You can't do this with the Steam machine. The Steam machine, you can't do it. You just literally stuck at the build you got. That's it. Once the Steam machine becomes outdated, you can't upgrade the Steam machine. You can't. I don't know how it works with like other computer programs. But you cannot do anything except probably play video games on the Steam machine. I know you probably can do other stuff on the Steam machine, but the primary use of the Steam machine that most people are going to be using the Steam machine for is playing video games. And if you're already a PC gamer, you would not be buying anything because the specs are just not there. The specs are mid-range computer at best. That's if you got a high tier rig, or you already got a mid-range computer, you won't be spending your money on a Steam machine, because not only that you already got a gaming PC, it just be a waste of money. And the Steam machine is just no more powerful. You can't upgrade it. you can't upgrade it. You cannot upgrade it. If I want to upgrade a part of my computer, I can do that. If I want to upgrade my CPU later on down the line, I can do that. You can't do this with a Steam machine because technically it's a console. You cannot do this with a Steam machine console. And if you're a console player, you probably don't want to pay no $1,000 for a console. You don't want to pay no $1,000 for a console. That seems ridiculous. Like the average person, especially if you talking about like fathers and mothers, they probably be looking to like buying consoles for their kids. They ain't gonna pay no $1,000 for no console. It's just not gonna happen. They gonna look at the Steam machine. They gonna be like, nope, I just gonna get them a PS5 or Xbox Series X. It's just no way I can see the average consumer, the average gamer, the average console player is not gonna buy a Steam machine for $1,000. And I don't see the PC player that already got a powerful rig gonna buy a Steam machine just for it to be sitting and collecting dust. Because they're gonna be happy with the Steam machine. If they're gonna be sitting and collecting dust, and the fact that the Steam machine don't even come with a controller is just ludicrous. Because you gotta buy a bundle that will cost you extra $79 just for the controller. So the Steam machine don't even come with a controller unless you're willing to pay $79 extra for a controller, which I think is just crazy. Because I think if you're paying $1,000 for a console, the controller should already come in there. Crazy. I think that's not a crazy concept to expect a controller to already be in there, especially if you're paying $1,049 or $1,349. You were already expect a controller to already be in there, but the fact that you gotta pay extra $79 just to get a controller is wild to me, bro. It's kind of crazy. And I think this is a major Valve L. Like, I don't know who they trying to please with this console, man. Because they ain't trying to please the PC guy, because the PC players, the people that got PCs, already happy with their PC, and this ain't offering them nothing. Because they could either weaker or on par with the PC they already have, and the console dudes ain't gonna like this because they gonna be like, oh bro, this is too much. This is too high for a console player. They're gonna be console player. They reason they go to console because console are cheaper. They are cheaper than PCs. And if you're trying to sell a console player an expensive version of a console, they ain't gonna take it. They barely want to pay the price they gotta pay now. Forget about paying $1,000 for a console. No way, man. And honestly, I think Valve low-key should have subsidized it. Like, I don't know why Valve didn't subsidize the Steam machine. They make billions upon billions off of Steam alone. I don't see why they could not take a hit for the Steam machine. Honestly, I think it would have been worth it. Because not only that they would probably make a profit off the Steam machine would probably sold more and have an audience. Plus, they would have more people coming into the Steam ecosystem as a result. People that don't PC game could have been the Steam ecosystem if they had a Steam machine. But since this thing is out, since they look at their price tag and say, yo, I'm not buying that for $1,000, Valve is missing out on an opportunity to get more gamers into the Steam ecosystem than they probably wouldn't have been in the first place. I just think this is a dumb move on Valve part of not subsidizing the Steam machine, because they would have lost money, but I think they would have made more money in the long run though. I don't know. I ain't no business person. I don't know business, but I'm pretty sure that would have happened if they just subsidized the Steam machine. It ain't like they can't afford to subsidize the Steam machine. Steam made Valve million upon million upon million of dollars per a year. And you cannot tell me they could not subsidize the Steam machine just so people can actually afford the thing. I don't buy it, dude. I think Valve could have taken a hit on the Steam machine, but I guess they just wanted to get the full amount. They didn't want to take a loss on it. And hey, they business at the end of the day. But I'm just saying, I think it would have been a much more wiser move if they actually took a hit on the Steam machine, because it would have got more people into the Steam ecosystem. And in the long run, I think it would have been better for them business. But anyway, It's been Mr. Play Doctor. Want to get the news out for y'all. Anyway, see y'all next time. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace.